This meeting should have been noticed as a merger and takeover of Newhall County Water District, our last retail water district company, not public workshop or regional water governance. Clearly, you want the ratepayers to think this is a done deal. Clearly, the tactics of CLWA haven't changed. It purchased the Santa Clarita Water Company in 1999. When they lost in court, they had the legislature change the law so that they could run the retail water district. They were only supposed to do wholesale. They changed the Santa Clarita Water Company to a not-for-profit corporation, and they have been draining it ever since. They have already tried with this takeover. On February 18th, 2016, I called Assemblyman Scott Wilkes' office regarding any legislation to process regarding this merger. He said he had met with 2 board members of CLWA and Newhall and both managers. He told me he had a spot bill, a placeholder. On February 19th, he called me, and I have that recording because he left it on my tape at home, saying that he would not be doing a bill for the potential merger, so no bill this year. They bought the Valencia Water Company stock in 2012. That action is still under litigation by Scope as well as apparently Newhall Water District. Now they have spent a year in private meetings with Newhall County Water District. Newhall sued them twice regarding the purchase of Valencia Water Company and the cost of water from CLW to their agency. They won the cost of water rate, and the other seems to be part of the backroom deal. The question is, why would Newhall County Water District, the only remaining retailer, ever think about this takeover by CLWA? That is the very big question that needs to be answered. CLWA just approved a $71 million bond at a regular meeting on March 23, 2016. Their prior bond was for $60 million. They tried to state this save the money, but $11 million is very questionable. They also list under future obligations 3 other bonds. Millions and millions of dollars, up, I believe, $156 million. They are committing the Santa Clarita Water Company revenue to these bonds. Perchloric contamination in groundwater wells in the Saugus Formation. We're having our groundwater, which is 50% of our water supply, contaminated. I'm going to finish settlement with Whitaker Burmite industrial site. 2007 settlement gave to CLWA up to $100 million for operation and maintenance of the system for 30 years, which the agency estimates to cost as much as $50 million.
Mrs. Noltmeyer, we need to go to the next speaker.
Yes, just a minute. Approximately $33.8 million has already been reimbursed to the agency.
Okay, David Lutness.
I would call for an independent legislative audit of CLWA. I would remind all of you people here that CLWA is an elected body by the people. I'd also remind you that you all vote for the incumbents no matter what. Okay, the elections of these people, they put out lots of slick flyers, which are paid for by political donations, and the political donations I had calls back in 2000 and some to look at it because I was running for CLWA just because no one else would, and the candidate I was running against, over 90% of the large donations, and when I say large donations, over $250, came from what could be called the development community, and I mean real estate agents, real estate bankers, mortgage bankers, landscape companies, landscape lawyers, the big pipes that comes over the hill, those big pipes, they got a lot of money from those guys. I don't know if they went out and asked for the money. They probably did, and the poor suckers had to pony up. But when you say that they're an elected body that represent the constituents and the voters, hey, you're talking to Americans, and we know how it works. So let's have public financed elections at all levels, and let's get the corruption out of there. Thank you.
Thank you for giving us the opportunity to listen and to speak. First, on the issue of governance, from a Newhall County Water District ratepayer perspective, since our board members are already elected, I see no value to changing it because it already works for us. So the conversation about there will be better representation, I believe we are already well represented. On the issue of cost, Newhall County Water District just showed on their website that the Newhall County Water District was given the Distinguished Budget Representation Award by the Government Finance Officers Associations of the United States and Canada for the last 8 years. What this tells me is that our Newhall County Water District is managed quite well, money-wise. And what I've been hearing from the folks that has been following this more than I have is that for the last many, many years, the Castaic Lake Water Agency doesn't seem to be managed well, at least from what we've been reading in the newspaper. So if you're merging two companies, one, for the last 8 years, our Newhall County Water District is well managed by another group that is not well managed, well, to me, it's a no-brainer. And the last thing that I'd like to comment on is, as I've said the last time, while I understand that the boards are well-meaning people, and I've attended some of the meetings, and I really admire what they do, staying late at night trying to look into these issues. So I know they mean well in putting these pieces together, and what we don't have as citizens is the quality of information that you folks have. By the time it reaches us, there's just trickle of information, and that's why we appreciate this more openness instead of the pictures that we see on the website that teaches us about what it sounds good like. From our perspective, it would be better if you would come and tell us, well, here's the downside if we do these. Be candid with us. Here, because we know you're pitching for the upside, but you have to tell us what's the downside because we know there is a downside. And the more you don't tell us the downside, the more we feel like there is something that you're hiding when in fact you may not be hiding. Let the merit of the issue win the day because we're all reasonable people. We know when it's a good thing. And if it's a good thing for us and for the future of the valley and for the children, people will support it. But when we feel like you are pitching us the good stuff, not telling us what's the downside, we begin to doubt things when in fact you may mean well.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Just clarify one item on
Sure.
that. Just for your knowledge, Castaic Water Agency and the Santa Clarita Water Division retail budgets also have won those same said awards over the last 10 to 11 years, I believe.
I would like to thank you for the opportunity to speak. For those in here that may not know me, I'm a retired aerospace engineer, and I served on the Newhall County Water District and was president of that district. And my wife has served on that district, and I've served on the Castaic Lake Water Agency. In addition to that, my wife and I have followed both the Newhall County Water District and the Castaic Lake Water Agency for about 25 years, attending all the meetings, camcording the meetings, et cetera. And we can tell you that Castaic Lake Water Agency is a great squander of the public funds. Every time you turn around and look, it's just like using drinking water to water the Central Park. Anybody that used the Central Park, farmers before that, used the two ag wells. Castaic Lake Water Agency would not allow the city of Santa Clarita to use the ag wells. So the city had to pay $6 million in connection fees for the Santa Clarita Water Division, and they've been watering that park with drinking water, potable drinking water, from then till now, because they sell to the Santa Clarita Water Company the water for $500 an acre foot. It's just good income for CLWA to have more money to squander. So that's some of what's going on. But I do notice that the LAFCO gentleman is very proud of the fact that LAFCO is a special district, and he's very proud that the special district of LAFCO is not connected with the county. Well, we at Newhall County Water District are very proud of being a special district, and we're very proud of not being connected to the county. We're independent government, doing a very good job, high-tech, the highest tech water agency in this valley. It has the GPS and the GIS. They know where every valve is. They know where every hydrant is. They know where all is. Castaic Lake Water Agency and its retailers are trying to catch up, but they haven't caught up yet. So we find no reason for us to stop this nice special district that we're proud of and think works well, just like LAFCO likes their special district. And we feel like we're being railroaded because there's an awful lot of work and effort and expense that's gone into this, that the decision has been made, like we saw tonight. You don't even want to have a regular meeting and listen to us. You want to just go with the structure of the meeting the way you have it, and you have other meetings scheduled, and you plan on going through with every one of these meetings telling us what you're going to do and how you're going to do it. And as far as they saying they're trying to settle lawsuits, that's a bogus excuse, because Newhall County Water District in some 20-some years hasn't had 5 lawsuits. Castaic Water Agency probably has 6 or 8 running most of the time, either against them or they're having to sue someone. And they have 3 lobbyists. They have manhandled control.
Your time's up,
Well,
Mr. Dunn.
Some others had extra time, so the Brown Act allows me to have extra time. The Castaic Lake Water Agency does manual control of all of their water treatment. The Antelope Valley East Kern and Antelope Valley AVEC is 3 times the size, has no control operators, and Castaic Lake Agency squanders the public funds with manual operators 24/7 all the time, doing it by hand.
Thank you for your comments. We need to call the next speaker.
Right, they're just not
Nay,
good.
Martin?
They're just not good managers.
Okay, thank you.